In most RPGs, you're the hero, the sword of destiny, the chosen one, whatever. In Mothership, you're the poor maintenance tech with a sidearm, a half charged flashlight. Your armor is basically wet tissue paper. And your odds, I don't know, 1 in 3, if you're lucky. You hear something in events, you don't roll initiative. You run. Or you die. So, folks, for those who don't know, I'm Eric Tenkar. Welcome back to the Tavern. Today we're going to dive deep into Mothership, the game that does for space horror, or horror in general, what AD&D did for hit points. It makes them hurt. So we got 3 mechanics we're going to go over that makes this game absolutely terrifying. And 3 Warden secrets that'll keep you breathing just long enough to regret it. Stick around, because the last one will completely change the way you think about combat. So here's the mechanics section of Mothership. For those who don't know it, and by the way, I'm gonna do a reach around, like a Rob Conley reach around. It's a beautiful box set. And I had this for, I don't know, close to a year before Ryan David, one of my co-hosts on Inappropriate Characters, re-rolled on Rumble, told me about it, and I was like, oh, it's been just sitting on my shelf, and I really should check it out, and I did. And, it's really good. A lot of fun stuff. This set is awesome, but here's the thing, folks. It is not your mother's, your father's AD&D. Okay? Maybe you played Call of Cthulhu. I was going to run it this month. I'm really considering running Mothership instead. I mean, and I'll tell you why right now. The mechanics, the terrifying mechanics. Here's where Mothership earns its badge of horror. Every time you fail, you get hurt or see something awful, you pick up stress. Kind of like sanity points in Call of Cthulhu, but worse. Fail your panic check, all bets are off. You might freeze, flee, drop. The potentials are nearly endless. But if you fail a panic roll, you could chuck a flamethrower right into the thing that came through the vent, which is a chef's kiss, right? Perfectly horrifying. And it's hyper lethal. And not like the paranoia lethal where it's like, oh, my character died and I get a clone. No. You don't get hit points. You got stats that double as death timers, kind of like Traveler. And I do see some similarities to Traveler with this system. And it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. When your Doom hits your stat, that's it. Lights out. This isn't D&D. There's no such thing as balance. You generally don't win fights in Mothership. You survive them? Maybe. If you're standing there trading shots with a monster, congratulations, you've already lost. This isn't roll initiative, folks. It's sign your will. So, it's a blue collar type of reality check. And what do I mean by that? You're generally not, you're not Space Marines. There are no Jedis. You're Teamsters. You're space truckers. You're scientists. Maybe you're a synthetic who hasn't quite told the crew that you're an artificial life form. You're hauling scrap, you're chasing a paycheck, and you're trying not to get spaced before payday. And the best part? Those character creation tables, which include trinkets, patches, scars, they build your character's personality right from the start. You start the game already knowing who you are and maybe how you're going to die. yet. And now let's see. And maybe you don't want to die, right? I understand it. It can be fun and it can be upsetting. And here's some survival secrets. Take them, leave them, but these are my suggestions. Secret one, roll as little as possible. And that's right from the O.S.R playbook, right? Don't roll unless you have to. This isn't 5e, okay? If the crew has time, tools, a plan, plans work sometimes, you have a good chance to succeed. The dice come out when it's dangerous, and that's when the tension kicks in. Smart play beats lucky rolls every single time. Let me repeat that. Smart play over luck. Again, may not be an O.S.R game by the book, but it certainly plays much like an O.S.R game. Fewer rolls means you'll live longer. Kind of like science, right? It's like follow the science. I'm going to tell you right now, the less you roll as a player, the better off you're probably doing. Secret 2, ammo is your clock. Okay, we talked about Shadow Dark, and Shadow Dark has the torch timer. Okay, ammo was a clock. It's not a resource. It's beyond a resource. It's a timer. Every shot you take, that means you're that much closer to being out. The monster doesn't have to kill you. All right, the monster has to wait you out. If you're pulling the trigger, it's probably too late. Use the doors. Use corridors. Use running. Distance is your friend. And the true Phil state. Everybody dies in Mothership eventually, and that's not the horror. The real horror is what happens before you get there. The panic, the fear, watching your sanity break piece by piece. Again, there's much of Call of Cthulhu in this. Call of Cthulhu, you don't win. You survive. Mothership, you don't win. You escape. Maybe. If you get off the ship with your mind relatively intact and your paycheck in hand, it's a happy ending. So yeah, Mothership isn't about heroics. It's about surviving. It's about paying your bills and making the rent and hoping your next job isn't on some derelict full of nightmares. It's mean, it's lethal, it's brilliant, it's well written, it is a beautiful presentation, and you see on the screen, I got a link, right? Tenkar, there's tavern.game/mother. The Mothership Player's Survival Guide, all your players need, is pay what you want in PDF. So and I believe the referee's guide is like $10. So you can pick this up and have your players have all the rules that they need and just run with it. And the adventures are extrememely well written. My God. So this is the kind of space horror, grimy space horror. All right. Call of Cthulhu meets Traveler, meets aliens, right? I mean, that's the obvious part. This is aliens with the serial number scratched off. This is the game for you. It's an exciting, it has that excitement for me of being one of those RPGs that you look at and you go, oh man, I so want to run this. I so want to play this. So, if you like what we do on this channel with the live streams, with the game coverage, with the gaming thoughts, you want to keep the lights on at the tavern, consider becoming a minion. There's a button on the bottom of the screen. We got free loot, and there's there's a poll up. You tell me what you want. Subscribers are just general visitors. There's stuff for free. But if you are a minion, a paid member, there's more. Okay. Other than that, remember, Mothership, the goal isn't to win. It's to get home alive and survive. Thank you, folks. I'll catch you all later. God bless. And keep the lights on.